clip of Al Green once again bringing impeachment up in the House. Like
the
this
shenanigans.
is his, yeah,
and
this is his
hullabaloo and
favorite.
tomfoolery. Yeah.
Well, it was really about the dastardly deeds.
The dastardly deeds.
That's why
Right.
he wants
Done
to
dirt
impeach
cheap.
Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
So he was on C-SPAN, I guess, to talk about how important it is to get people on the impeachment train. And then a caller called in from Savannah, Georgia, and let him have it. And this was kind of fun to watch.
It should be because he's unfit to be president. Unfit. And when these impeachment signs start going up around the country, when people see these signs, I assure you, the pressure is going to be on Congress to do something.
Get to calls because the lines have lit up. Richard in Savannah, Georgia, Republican. You're up first, Richard.
Thank you. I watched you yesterday with the Democrat Party out protesting everything that Elon Musk is trying to do for the American people. The USAID is a 100% a money laundering scheme. All y'all have is impeachments and race and gender, et cetera, and you actually do nothing for the people of America today. I think the Democrats should sit back and let America see what it's like to reduce the people in government, the wasteful spending. And all y'all can do is just complain and be negative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he's like, I don't understand what you're saying right now. I've never.
Yeah, that face, that whole time was like,
no one's ever told me that before. I don't understand. Yeah. They're not used to this. They're not used to having control. Having control. Yeah.
They are not used to it. This is a whole new ball game right now.
It is.
And it is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're going to talk about race for just a little bit because we've got several clips related to it. And one of them I've just had kind of on the back burner forever and didn't have a really good time to play it. But I thought, you know what? Today's the day. If you saw the headline of today's show, you would notice that I had typed WWBWD. And now you're going to find out what that stands for.
I've decided my mantra for now on is this. WWBWD. What would Black women do?
Okay.
I read about them. I study their history. I follow many of you on TikTok. And they just do life with excellence. They do life with empathy, with passion, with heart, with soul. I want to emulate that. I admire them so much. And whenever I'm faced with any problem, whether it's personal, financial, relationships, my heart, my soul, my mind, I just have to ask, what would Black women do? Because when they organize, they change the world.
That is psychotic.
What is she doing?
Some Black women are great at all of those things, and some are not. Because as individuals, people have certain great traits and certain not so great traits. Why is this such a hard concept for lefties?
Right. Some white women are and some white women aren't. Some Asian women are and some Asian women aren't. Some Latino, yeah, it's because she's pandering. That's what she's doing.
That was like the most pandery.
She's very, very pandery. Just enough.
And when white women invoke Black women in any way, it's so cringe.
It is very, very cringe. Just stop it, lady.
It's so cringe. And Brandon Strzok, our friend Brandon Strzok, did a Man on the Street interview at the latest protests, the Elon protests and all of whatever protests that were happening. Brandon went and found specifically a couple of women who were holding up signs saying, "Trust Black women." And these were white women. So again, it's super cringy. And when they get faced with specific questions, they get freaked out.
That's what I want to do.
What does this sign mean to you?
Black women are probably the least respected in America. Their voices aren't heard. Their issues aren't paid attention to. Many white women look beyond their own personal interests and they leave Black women out of the conversation. And I think America needs to change about that.
What are we not trusting them to do right now?
How to care for our country, how to care for each other, how to stand up and fight for things that aren't right.
Millions of black women voted for Trump. Should we trust them?
I'll take your hand in mine.
Oh my God.
I don't think that's true. Millions of black women voted for Trump?
Yeah.
Way too many. It is.
Should we trust them?
We shouldn't trust them, right?
I don't know.
Maybe not trust black women then.
That's not true. I do trust black women.
Who'd vote for Kamala Harris?
I think
Oh God. Oh no.
he wants to know if I trust the black women who voted for Trump.
I think they voted against their own interests, so it's really hard to put the idea of trust together with someone who is continuing to vote against themselves, right?
Yeah.
So it sounds like they don't have very good judgment.
No.
Yeah, I'm not sure that it's not having good judgment. I don't think they necessarily connect the dots.
Right.
That's what it is.
You know what she should do is she should white woman splain them. That's what she should do.
For sure.
Absolutely. And then what else she should do is she should get in a car and then turn her phone on and videotape herself of her white splaining those black women on how to vote. Cause that would be helpful, because
That'll go over well.
right. She should do that.
What a nonsense sign. You know what I mean? It's like the same as believe all women. No, because some women you shouldn't believe.
Right.
You shouldn't trust all women. You should trust the ones that
Yeah.
are trustworthy.
Some of them suck.
Exactly. Seek help indeed. And if you're seeking help losing weight, we've got something for you. Look at this. This is from our friends at Brickhouse Nutrition, the same people that are responsible for the yummy Field of Greens beverage, which gives you all of your daily fruits and veggies if you're not eating them. If you are somebody who has struggled, particularly with yo-yo dieting, this is a product that you might be interested in, because if you've lost weight before and then it's come back along with maybe some additional poundages, that's actually kind of dangerous for your health. And this is an alternative to the shots that a lot of people are fanatical about right now, but which come with a whole host of side effects. These supplements do not. So they have the same science. The natural ingredients target weight loss in 3 different ways: by maintaining healthy blood sugar, by controlling your appetite and cravings, and by burning fat by converting it into energy. So if you're tired of not seeing results and you don't want to like resort to the Ozempics or whatever, think about taking some lean, you guys. Lose weight the smarter way. You can visit takelean.com. That's takelean.com. And then the code, if you want to get 20% off your first order, is Chicks20, Chicks20 at takelean.com.
Melissa said it helps curb appetite. Yep. No tummy aches.
Ayanna
Yeah.
Presley. She is a black woman who totally sucks.
Yeah.
And she was interrogating Governor Kim Reynolds of Iowa. I guess, and I don't have the full context of this, but this little clip is enough to convince me that Ayanna Presley is a racist biatch. So she's interrogating Kim Reynolds about the percentage of black people in her state and basically saying it's not enough, I guess. I don't know. Here's the weird exchange.
Governor Reynolds, let's learn more about the state. Do you know what percentage of Iowans are white and what percentage are black?
I don't know the exact percentages, no. We're by far a larger percentage of white population.
That's correct. Iowa is 90% white and only 4.5% black. So that is drastically different from the national population. So when Republicans suggest Iowa should be a national model, they're advocating for a government that doesn't reflect our country.
Maybe they're suggesting it's a model for some specific thing. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
not that has nothing to do with race. You psycho.
Like maybe it's a model for policy and not for
that's working.
That's exactly, and not for color. Not everybody sees everything in melanin.
Right.
Sorry that you do, but not
God,
all
what
of
a way
us
to live.
do. I know, right? It just seems so exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord.
And I don't know when this next clip is from. This could be years old for all I know. But because Ayanna Pressley tries to again play the race card and Clay Higgins goes after her in the best way possible, I thought this was an appropriate time to play it to finish out this segment. Please enjoy.
Let's talk about what this model.
Congressman just ended the race debate in a few seconds.
Please keep Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s name out of your mouths. When he was a proud and unapologetic black man fighting for equality for black Americans and all marginalized people.
I appreciate my Democrat colleague for exemplifying exactly the kind of oppression of freedoms that we're referencing. How about we'll quote whoever we want to quote? How about that's my First Amendment right? How dare a white Republican quote Martin Luther King? We actually had a congressman say that just now in this committee. And thank you, good lady, for once again exemplifying the type of oppression that we stand against. We will continue to speak freely because I'm a veteran. That's the country that I serve. That's the Constitution I swore an allegiance to. That oath has no expiration date.
Get her.
Boom. That's right.
Get her. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, and you know what? I think MLK Jr. would he would agree with him.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think.
That was his whole point.
Yes. He didn't want us to see color. He wanted us to base everything on merit. And these people have
content of character.
Yeah. They have taken what he said and they have bastardized it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Why do they do that?